Los Angeles Board of Transportation Commissioners for the City of Los Angeles is now in session. All those who wish to testify before this commission, please fill out a speaker's form and give it to the commission secretary. Local ordinance requires that if you're a registered lobbyist, please indicate that on your form. The commission meeting is being broadcast on council phone 621-2489, and please silence your cell phones, as I'm a culprit myself. Speak into the microphone, commissioners, and please do not forget to announce your name. Roll call, starting with Commissioner Choi.
Commissioner Choi, here.
Commissioner Liban, present.
Commissioner John Lai, present.
Commissioner Eric Eisenberg, present. We do have a quorum. Do we have a motion to approve our minutes from July 11th?
Commissioner Choi, I move to approve.
Commissioner Liban, seconds.
Take a moment to review them.
Mm-hmm.
All in favor of approving the minutes as is?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No. I was here. They seem appropriate. Please file the minutes as they are. Do we have any communications?
There's no communications, Commissioner.
All right. Thank you. Public forum. Pursuant to the Brown Act, we allow comments from the general public regarding agendized and non-agendized items. Let's do non-agendized first. General comments. And we have Ziggy Cruz? Crease?
You got it right.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hi, my name is Ziggy Cruz. I don't know if you remember, we were here back in February, Valentine's Day, very memorable in our memory. I'm here today on an issue that is not related to something on the agenda, but is somewhat connected to something on the agenda. So I don't know if this is the right time to bring this up. We on Elderwood Street is still in the Brentwood Glen neighborhood, and as of last week, parking restriction signs have popped up in front of a church, the village church. None of the neighbors in the neighborhood, except one that is further away, detached from the neighborhood, well, from the area, knew about it. Not one outreach was done to the immediate community, and these restrictions are not the usual kinds where you have 2 hours, except Saturday, Sundays, from here to there, right? This is from 8 a.m. until midnight, every day, no exceptions. So we are immediately impacted. Now, the reason from the LADOT's traffic engineer was that this has something to do with the church parking and they don't have enough. Well, they don't have enough because they gave it up for a daycare center that nobody was informed about being installed. So we have an issue in our neighborhood, yet LADOT seems to be taking the side of one group, that's the Brentwood Glen Association. While the neighbors that are immediately impacted may or may not be part of that membership, but they may want to be involved with the information that is being gathered somehow to, let them know, hey, wait a minute, the 2-hour parking or the unlimited parking you had before is gone. There was nothing, not one bit of outreach. Now, I spoke to or emailed Aaron Thompson, who had given me the information to contact the traffic engineer, who apparently just took on the responsibility, and he felt a little bit overburdened that he had to give the information twice. So we have an issue when it comes to the non-BGA members in the community that may or may not give information or get information, while those that are affiliated with this group seem to be getting the let's push things through. So we have an issue there. And just as a side note, you mentioned an offsite, and I will wrap this up right after this. There's a possibility of the commissioners going to departments to visit, which is a great idea. Make yourself familiar with the people. But on the other hand, if you have a quorum present, you may want to inform the public under the Brown Act, because you may have issues on the agenda that come from that. So whenever you go, please notice the public, let them know we're going to, I don't know, the transportation department over here, we're going to be over there, whatever it may be, so that members like us who are starting to show an interest can decide if we want to go. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And we are always aware of the Brown Act requirements, and if we do have a quorum, everything is noticed. Robert Blue.
Good morning. I just basically wanted to bring up the same issue. That's my wife, Ziggy, and we want to have open and transparent government. That's I think all of our goals, right? And everyone should be treated fairly and equally. And when we have a situation, we've even been told by you, Commissioner, about going to the council office, but if the council office favors one side or the other, we're in a funny position because you as a Citizens Commission here should exercise independent judgment and look at things with an open mind. And the only thing we would ask, we were caught off guard. We saw wet cement and new signs up there that was restrictive even on Saturday and Sunday, which makes no sense because there's no operations going on during that time. That 3 streets now have a 2-hour parking time limit. And these streets were never, there was always available parking. So there was no reason to do that, but at least give us the opportunity by being public about it. Give us a public notice about it. But if you go to a private group, the Brentwood Glen Association, that doesn't operate under the rules like the neighborhood councils do with Public Records Act requests, open financial records, conflicts of interest, ethical issues, and they just communicate with one group, assuming they're communicating with a whole community, that would be a big mistake. So again, I would ask that we just follow the rules equally, and that, this is something we'd like to pursue and ask the help from the commission on it too, is at least we can make a Public Records Act request to any organization, including this commission. Even if you have a separate Public Records Department, we'd ask formally that you get us all that information on how those signs got up, who was involved in all communications on that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I would, Commissioner Eisenberg, I'd like to request from staff just a brief review of that and possibly send the commissioners some background.
We'll do that.
Thank you.